Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the Remembrancers Library podcast. I'm Vincent.
And I'm Ethan.
And we are back again with a new episode. Today, continuation of an old episode,
yes.
Not entirely brand new.
No.
And not that it's an old episode either, that was just a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
But we are continuing on with the Fall of Horus today.
Yes. Horus Part 2.
Horus Part 2.
Yeah. Electric Boogaloo. Heretical Boogaloo.
Heretical Boogaloo. That's what they were doing.
Oh, I already made the thumbnail. I can't change it now.
The jazz is why everyone fell to heresy.
Yeah. Well, if you ask the Thousand Sons, wrong. If you ask the Emperor's Children, that's why most of them fell to chaos. It's because it's the sweet, sweet jazz.
Sweet jazz.
Sweet jazz.
Jazz and liquor and men who play games.
Gambling.
Yes, yes. Anyways, before we hop right into the episode, we just want to say again, thank you so much for being here and listening, whether that is on the YouTube, the Spotify, or the Instagram. Now, if you're listening on the Instagram,
How
again,
you doing that?
Tell us your witchcraft.
Please, I want to know.
Exactly. But anyways, yeah, thank you so much again for being here, and I guess with that, we'll get right into the episode.
Yeah, so we'll do a quick recap on what we went over last time.
Yes.
So last time we were talking about how Horus had started his descent to chaos, and it was basically with like the worst year of his life. His best buddy died, one of his favorite sons died, and then he had to deal with like watching an entire civilization that was essentially completely innocent die, and then he had to watch one of his best friends and like greatest commanders that he's ever worked with die in his arms after coming back to life from being a zombie, and then getting stabbed with the anathema blade, and Erebus being just a huge douche. Just a whole bunch of stuff.
It's just a bad year all around.
Mm-hmm. But Erebus is like Erebus is there, but Horus is like well on his way to falling to chaos at this point. He's been stabbed by the anathema, so his body is slowly dying from a Nurgle plague.
Yes.
Erebus has convinced two of his men to take him to a temple for shamanistic ritualism, to have him turned into a living human being again. Well, right. A living Horus being again.
As much as a Primarch is a human.
Exactly. And Horus is already having doubts about him being War Master because of all of this.
Right.
Because he's like, how am I supposed to be a good War Master when I just kill civilizations and watch my friends and sons die?
And then I almost die myself.
But we're going to start getting into it here. This is part 2, and we are going to start off with the Serpent's Temple.
Is that a temple for snakes?
The Serpent's Temple is a temple that was on the Moon of Davin. As you remember, the Moon of Davin is the place where all of the freaky zombie stuff happened.
Yes.
And basically, it is like a ritualistic shaman temple.
Okay.
They explain that, like, in one of the like ritual rooms, there's like an 8-pointed star on the ground and all that sort of stuff. And as you know, the 8-pointed star is the Star of Chaos.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and it's not a star, it's more of a circle with arrows going through it, but they explain it as like a weird 8-pointed star. But
okay, I've seen that, and like contextually that made sense, but I did not put that piece of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm. Well, like, it's one of those things where it's like you feel like the Astartes, because it's like there's a weird symbol with 8 points on the ground. And you're like, I wonder what that could be.
I wonder.
What could it be? I have no idea what it could be. And then you get into like 40k books, like actually like 40k. And it's like the symbol of chaos. And it's like, oh, no doy. Of course it's the symbol of chaos that's on the ground. But then in heresy area, like, I wonder what it could be. Like,
we don't have access to this information right now.
No, like, because we don't know the warp exists. We don't know the chaos gods exist because my dad sucks.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyway, so Erebus has advised, as we mentioned last time, has advised Lil Horus.
Yeah.
Lil Horus Aximand.
Lil Horus guy.
Lil Horus Aximand and Ezekiel Abaddon.
Yes.
Commander of the First Company. First chapter. First Captain Abaddon.
Big lad.
Big douche. He becomes douche later.
He becomes a douche later?
Yeah.
All right.
He's the one that's responsible for quote unquote killing Garviel Loken.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then we talked about the fall of Cadia back in Lorgar's pilgrimage and everything like that.
Yeah.
That is the 13th Black Crusade of Ezekiel Abaddon. Because Abaddon is the leader of Chaos Unbound.
Right.
Of the Chaos Unbound set of Space Marines and stuff like that. And he's like, let's go and invade Cadia. And it's the only one of his crusades that, like, again, quote unquote, succeeds.
Okay.
But it results in them retreating into the warp and chaos and the Eye of Terror being contained within the Cadia system. It's like, congratulations, you didn't really do much.
Yeah.
Except, like, destroy Cadia.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't really matter anyway, because, like, some more of the Cadian system is fine. It just means that the Cadians don't have purple eyes anymore because, like, the Cadia has fallen. It broke before the Guard did, but
yeah, that's a whole yeah.
Also, don't quote me on that. Like, that is just off of what I remember. Like, I can't remember much.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is like, we're seeing the beginning of, like, the corruption of a lot of characters here. Like, Abaddon is, like, fully on Horus's side. He is, like, a 100% like Horus's.
Let's mess stuff up.
Yeah, well, he's not even like let's mess stuff up. Horus is like, let's mess stuff up, and Horus is like, whatever you say, sir. Can I lick your boots, sir?
Right.
Yeah,
right, okay,
and that kind of thing. And then Horus dies, and Abaddon's like, wow, what a bitch. Anyway.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I'll be the big little Horus.
Well,
now.
no, he sees Horus as a failure.
Right.
When he dies, because he's like, wow, all that stuff that you promised us and you die, wow, can't be that good of a commander.
That's a pretty good cop-out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
And then the Emperor's children kidnap Horus's body, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that happens. But anyway,
of course.
I digress.
And that's all tomfoolery that we'll discuss
later on. But yes,
exactly.
The Serpent's Temple. So they take them to a temple, and it's a big temple, mind you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room outside. So outside you have the people that show up is like pretty much the entire Imperial military, like the Astra Militarium turns up. Almost all of the Astartes that are on the ship, on the Vengeful Spirit and the other ships and stuff like that, pretty much turn up to come and support. And basically the Legion is split 50-50. It's
on what decision?
On, do we think that we should use ritualistic religious magic to bring back one of the Primarchs?
Right.
So they're split 50-50, and there are some that are on the side of Garviel Loken, there are some that are on the side of Tarek Torgatan, there are some that are on the side of Lil Horus, Aximand, and Abaddon.
Right.
Because a lot of them are like, and it's like that thing that I was telling you before about, like, Nathaniel Garrow, and specifically Mortarian's Legion, where it's very much, I fight for Mortarion, I fight for the Emperor.
Right.
There was a hard cut between the middle of that.
Okay.
Where it's like, Primarch, Emperor.
Yeah.
Which one do we follow? I follow the Primarch, I follow the Emperor. There's a hard split between those two.
Okay, I see.
Yes. And this also created a bit of conflict between the Mournival at this point, because Tarek Torgatan, Loken, Abaddon, Lil Horus, they all are like split, and they're like,
right,
what are you doing? Like Loken and Torgatan turn up late because they're like, we got the Anathema Blade, where is Horus? Like, where is he gone? They're like, oh yeah, they took him to do some ritualistic stuff on the planet's surface. Like, they did what? Right,
because they had gone at the request of the medic or whatever to find it, right?
They had gone with the apothecary to find the blade, the weapon that had done this to Horus.
Right, and in the time that the apothecary was going to come back and do his healing on Horus, he's just gone, and they're doing some witch doctor stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
They take them, and Loken was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why would you do this? This is against the word of the Emperor. And Abaddon and Aximand are very much like, but this is our Primarch.
Yeah.
We cannot let our Primarch die.
This is our dad. Come on.
And this is like one of those things where it's very much a thing of like, the Emperor's will says that we would have to let him die if he is destined to die,
right?
Even though they don't believe in destiny or all that sort of stuff. But it's like,
if he's gonna die, let him die.
Exactly.
But also, it's Horus freaking Lupercal.
Yeah, we can't let him die.
We can't let him die.
The War Master, and not to mention how bad would it look on their Legion that they let their Gene Father die.
Yeah,
and that's another thing. Is like the Sons of Horus would be shamed for the rest of eternity, not to mention the fact that the Imperium lost to War Master, which means that the Emperor would have to come back into the Great Crusade for a while.
Right.
until
he'd
be pissed until he chooses his next war master. Right. And then you have on top of that all of the selfish and like whiny sons fighting to be war master.
Yeah.
So it becomes like a massive infighting thing.
Right.
Which ultimately it becomes anyway. And that's the thing is, on the heads of all of these like commanders and captains and stuff like that is, if we don't solve this, the Imperium could fall apart.
Yeah.
Not realizing the future repercussions that are being put in place.
It's still going to fall apart.
It's still going to fall apart, but they don't know that.
Yeah.
It becomes one of those things.
No fate, no destiny, but it's all going to fall apart regardless.
Yeah.
Anyways. So they're trying to bring him back.
So they put him inside this temple, and Erebus is like, don't worry, you put him inside this temple, you close the doors, and in 8 days, he'll either live or he'll die. And like, well, what's he have to do in there? It's like, that is for him to know and for you to just wait. Because Erebus is being a shitty little bugger. And what he does is he goes off and he goes to get set plans in motion.
Oh, goody.
Yes.
We love it when plans get set in motion.
Yeah. I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Age myself, even though I'm like in my 20s to the A-team.
Best movie ever. Anyways.
Yes. So this brings us on to Horus and what he has to go through in his journey, soul-searching, epiphany kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is like a pilgrimage in his own mind.
More of a spirit journey kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He's on that. He's going.
Yeah.
Going beyond.
Horus is now in a kind of like comatic sleep.
Okay.
He doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know who he is. He's like, all he knows is that he wakes up one day under like a bright blue sky.
Okay.
And he's in a lush green meadow. He's not wearing any weapons. He's got no armor. He feels like he's naked, but he has clothing on.
Okay.
But he's like, I should be wearing armor. I should be having a weapon at my side, but I don't know who I am and why I should have this weaponry and armor with me.
Okay.
So he's kind of stood there, and he's like, he gets up and he's starting to walk around a bit, and he's like, where am I? And the only assumption that he makes off of this view that he has off of I'm in a lush field, the skies are blue, it's nice and warm, it's nice and cool, I don't have any weaponry or armor with me, so I'm clearly not ready for a fight. His only assumption is that he died and went to heaven.
Ah.
Yeah.
Because he would go to heaven, for sure.
Quote unquote.
Anyways.
Yeah. So he's like, this must be what all of the old religions of Earth talked about with an afterlife.
Right.
Like, we were taught not to believe it. So he's already having a bit of an existential crisis. Because he's like, heaven's not real, but obviously I'm somewhere. I'm somewhere because I have died and I am now awake again, but I'm not awake where I died.
Right.
Plus, there's no civilization around me to be seen. So the only logical explanation is I'm in heaven.
Right.
So he's there.
Yep.
He's in heaven.
Yep. Just chilling.
And what happens when you go to heaven? Obviously, the correct answer to what happens when you go to heaven is that you start to have violent flashbacks of all the bad things you've done in life. So he starts to have visions of every war that he ever fought, every battle, every life he's taken. And he started to have visions of ancient Earth.
Okay.
Of Earth pre-Age of Tranquility, pre-Age of Strife, pre the Golden Age. He's having glimpses of all of Earth, from the beginning to the end. He's like, what is going on? Like, oh, I can't understand this. He's seeing like planets burning. He's seeing cities fall. He's seeing everything. Right. And he doesn't know what to do because he's just being inundated with these visions of, what is happening? What is happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Yeah. And he doesn't know what to do. Right. But this is undercut very quickly, and these visions stop rather quickly when he starts to hear howling. Okay. The howling of wolves. So he hears this howling, and then within seconds he is surrounded by a pack of wolves. Okay. And they are like snarling, they're snapping at him, they're really aggressive. They're on the attack. They're about to attack him. And as they got closer, as they started getting closer and closer, and they start circling and they start coming in closer and closer and closer. And the first wolf starts to ask his name.
Okay.
It's like, who are you?
We've got talking wolves.
Yeah.
Love that.
And they're like, who are you? And he's like, I am Horus Lupercal.
He remembers who he is.
He remembers who he is.
Okay.
And the wolf just kept asking him over and over and over again. And he's like, who are you? Horus Lupercal. And it becomes a whole thing.
Right.
And then...
But who are you?
Mm-hmm. And this is one of the things, is that the question that the wolf is asking? He's like, who are you, or who are you?
Yes.
So he's trying to figure out what's happening. It's like, why are these wolves asking my name?
Yeah.
And then he becomes certain of one thing. It kind of just pings in his mind.
Right.
He becomes very, very quickly certain that wolf that's asking what his name is Magnus.
Oh.
It has to be Magnus. There's no other question of it.
Because nobody else has that kind of power to do mind tricks.
It's just a feeling.
Okay.
It's just a feeling. It's not a certainty, but he has a feeling that this is Magnus.
Okay.
And then he makes a choice. And he runs away.
Okay, fair enough.
Because he runs away, and then another thought comes through his mind about this afterlife that he's in.
Right.
Is no heaven would be like this. So surely I must be in hell.
Right.
So he's running and running, and it's the day turns to night.
Okay.
And it's pitch black. And he's running, and then he falls into a crater, a dark crater filled with water.
Okay.
So he falls in, and he's doing the whole movie thing of the light's above me, and I'm sinking into the water slowly.
Right.
Yeah.
Very dramatic, as only is fitting.
Exactly. So then Erebus is in the Serpent Temple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quite
a quick tonal shift there, isn't it?
Up to his no good badness.
Yes. That's yeah. No good badness.
Yes. That's what he's doing.
Picture of Erebus' face.
That's the dictionary entry.
No good badness. Vincent 2026.
Thank you. Thank you. My first great achievement of this year.
You're welcome. So anyway.
So what is Erebus up to then?
Erebus is back in the Serpent Temple.
Yeah.
Because he's being Erebus, and he's doing some shifty stuff. So he starts putting this ritual in place with the same shamans that have put Horus underneath.
Okay.
And he puts his trust in the shamans because he's like, okay, I need to go into the warp and talk to Horus.
Okay.
I need to know how to do this. How are we going to do this? And the shaman goes, the only way a person gets to the warp, and we're going to do it the easy way. And the shaman digs a knife into his neck, cuts it open, and pushes him down into the ritual circle. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's as quick as it is in the book.
Right.
Because if my memory is right, this happens at the end of the chapter.
Okay.
They slit his throat. He starts bleeding. He falls to the ground. New chapter begins.
Okay.
Yes.
That is quick then. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. He wasn't lying that it was the quickest way.
Yeah. And then, so Horus is now going to get a visitor.
Of course.
Yes. It's going to be Erebus.
Of course.
Yes. So Horus then wakes up again. And he's in the same meadow. He's under the same blue sky. But he's starting to feel a little bit heavier than he was before. Okay. Because now he's in his Lunar Wolves battle plate.
Okay.
Yes. So he wakes up and he's like, great. This is going to be the rest of my life, the rest of my eternity. I'm going to have to deal with these wolves. I'm going to have to, go through this and stuff. At least I've got the armor this time.
Yeah. It's just like a eternal Groundhog Day of ego death.
Exactly. Non-stop ego death over and over. So he gets up. Horus gets up.
Yeah.
And he starts walking around. He's trying to figure out, what am I going to do? How am I going to, escape this? If I can escape this, am I in heaven and hell? Or is this just some, divine punishment that is not hell or heaven? It's just a combination of the two.
It's just a personal, perfect limbo.
Exactly. And he feels like he's going to be alone forever and that, nothing is going to change and he's going to be like this forever. And then he sees an Astartes floating face down in the water.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. Yeah, can you guess who that Astartes that's floating face down in the water is going to be?
I would make a guess, but I don't remember any of their names.
Yeah. Well, you think, who just died? Is it Erebus? Is your guess Erebus?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess they did just
So he sees Hester Sejanus lying face down in the water. Yeah, this entire book's a real mind freak, I tell you.
Yeah.
So he sees Hester Sejanus floating face down in the water.
Right.
And he pulls him out of the water and he's like, "Oh, Hester, my son, it's so good to see you again. It's so good to see you."
Oh, this was the favorite son.
This is the favorite son.
This was his heart.
This was his heart, yeah.
Okay, I remember now.
And he's like, "So good to see you again, my son." And Hester's like, "Oh, father, it's so good to see you again." And they like, he's embracing, he's loving on his son and everything like that. He's like, "Oh, Hester, so good to see you again."
Yeah.
And Hester's like, "Oh, do you know why you're here, father?" And Horus is like, "No, I don't know why I'm here." It's like, "I don't know either, but I have been sent to guide you. I have been sent to guide you through what comes next." And Horus is like, "Oh, finally a guide." So Sejanus is now Horus's spirit guide.
Okay.
Yeah. So he starts taking Horus through visions.
Okay.
So one of the visions, the first vision that he sees is the pods.
Okay, the gestation pods.
The gestation pods. And there's a really interesting moment. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Horus goes up to the 11th pod.
Right.
And he wipes his hand across it, and he gets a feeling inside himself,
right.
a feeling of great battles to come and wars to be won.
Okay.
But also a massive loss of potential. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The 11th being one of the lost legions and the lost Primarchs.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that's like totally redacted.
Totally redacted, along with the second.
Yeah.
So he has that feeling putting his hand on the 11th, and he's like, So he goes through and he's like, "Why are you showing me this?
Right.
Like, why are you showing us our birth? It's quite known that we were made by the Emperor. The Emperor made us. There's nothing that you can do to change my mind on this."
Yeah. Nothing surprising.
Nothing surprising. Like, I know what happened. We all got separated. We all ended up on different worlds, and then Father came and found us.
Yeah.
And then Hester's like, "But there's the one part that you didn't." And he takes him to a door. He takes him through the door, and on the wall are these great glyphs.
Okay.
Chaos glyphs.
Right. That the Emperor probably would have used to like communicate with the Chaos Gods to do the whole deal.
The Emperor had made a deal with the Chaos Gods to help power his sons.
Yeah.
And in exchange for this, the Emperor would do the bidding of the Chaos Gods.
Right.
And then the Emperor immediately went back on his deal.
Yes.
Immediately went back on his deal. And the Chaos Gods were like, all right.
We're still going to get our way.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we have this guy named Zinch.
Yeah.
And he's going to take all of your sons.
Yeah.
Put them in a blender.
Yeah.
And he's going to shoot them out across the galaxy.
Yeah.
Get bent. Double fingers.
Yeah. Screw you.
Yeah.
And the horse you rode in on.
Yeah.
And all of the sons behind you. And all of the horses they rode in on. Mm-hmm. Screw all of y'all.
Screw all of y'all. Across the galaxy.
Yeah.
By the way, some of my brothers and maybe sister, maybe not, has picked a few of them that they want. So we're going to kind of guide them to those.
Yeah.
But good luck. See if you can't find your sons. Maybe they'll die. Maybe they'll live. Bye. And then the Emperor never really heard from the Chaos Gods again.
Right.
But Sejanus is showing this to Horus, and he's like, "How can you trust a man that lies to you?"
Right.
And that's one of the things. This is one of the big things, is that this entire journey is basically like, the Emperor sucks. He's been lying to you this entire time. You need to get that through your head.
Yeah.
And then the next vision comes.
Right.
Remember what I told you about how the Chaos Gods do visions off of probability? It's not proven, but they kind of do it off of that whole thing of like probability of like, there's an 80% chance that this will happen, so it's fated to happen.
Right.
That whole thing.
So it's like there could be any number of possible outcomes, but we're only going to show you the one that's most likely.
But they also
think it's the truth.
They also use screwy time travel to travel to the future and show you what's going to happen.
Right.
And then claim its fate. It's really weird.
Even though you could change the future by doing like a butterfly effect in the past.
Yes.
But because nobody has any idea what's going on, they just assume that it's...
And the Chaos Gods are actively lying to everybody that they talk to about this, saying it's a vision, not the future.
Exactly.
All those sorts of things. So he shows him a vision of the future.
Okay.
And it is essentially a whole bunch of citizens of the Imperium going to Mecca.
Okay.
It's a whole bunch of them like worshipping a statue of the Emperor, Emperor of mankind, of delivering them. And he sees and on this statue, it's a very large statue to the Emperor of Mankind, and basing this statue are busts. So these busts are of the Primarchs, but the Primarchs they are busts of the Primarchs that they are busts of is Leman Russ, Ferrus Manus, Vulcan, Guilliman, Rogel Dawn, Sanguinius the Lion, Jagatai, and Corvus Corax.
Yeah.
You notice something about that 9?
Those are the Loyalists.
Those are the Loyalists. Where are the other 9?
Probably not on that bust.
That's the thing that Horus notices.
Right.
Why have those ones been put up there, but why have the rest of us been not?
Right.
And this gives Horus kind of a like spark in his mind of like, oh, Mortarion, Fulgrim, Angron, blah, blah, blah. He's kind of getting the implants in his head of like, which one of my brothers could fall to Traitor easiest?
Right.
And he has this nagging feeling in his head of which ones he could choose.
Of the ones that are on the bust or the ones that aren't?
The ones that aren't.
Okay, so he's like, okay, if they're not on this bust that's being deified, I can probably get them to join me.
Yes, exactly. And he sees this and he's like, they're worshipping him like a god.
Yeah, that would be the other weird thing, because that's the whole thing. Doesn't want that.
He doesn't want that. And he has this massive existential crisis. Like he grabs somebody and he shakes them so hard that their neck breaks.
Oh.
Yeah, he grabs
just one of the people in the crowd?
One of them, and he's like, what is this? What is happening? And he's like shaking them so hard the person has no idea what's going on, and his neck snaps and he dies.
Okay.
And everybody else just goes on like it's nothing.
Right.
Obviously because this is a vision of the future.
Yeah.
And Sejanus comes back and he's like, how do you know this wasn't the Emperor's plan all along? The vision of the future shows that this is the future. This is what's going to happen. And you're going to be left in the dust.
Right.
You're doing his dirty work and he's going to leave you behind.
Right. Okay.
Yes. And after this, the Emperor is the Emperor. Horus is then given a choice. He's like, Sejanus gives him a choice. He's like, there are people that can help you stop your father becoming and changing the galaxy into this.
Okay.
There are powers that can help you. If you take those powers into your heart, you will not only will you live again,
but it'll stop the Emperor.
But it will stop the Emperor from
doing this,
from ascending to godhood like he's always wanted.
Right.
Now, we, the reader, know that the Emperor doesn't want godhood, and he hasn't left the Imperium to go and find godhood, and he hasn't left his sons behind to do his dirty work.
Yeah.
The Emperor is doing exactly what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
But nobody knows that because he won't tell anybody, but that's what he's going to do.
Exactly.
So Horus is not having a good time.
No. So my question is then...
Yes.
Is this actually Sejanus, or is this Erebus that's being up to... Is this the shifty business that he's up to?
No, it's Sejanus.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Sejanus truly believes this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as I said, Sejanus gives Horus a choice. Either serve the Chaos Gods, or just these powers that be.
Yeah.
Or die forever, and you will be cast off into the warp.
And no one will remember you.
And no one will remember you, and you'll be forgotten. Sad. And the Emperor will ascend to godhood like he has always wanted, and you will be a failure of a son.
Yeah.
Because you didn't prevent it.
Because you died.
Yes.
Like a wuss.
Like a absolute loser.
Yeah.
And then the wolves come back.
Oh, goody.
Yes. The wolves come back, and they all run up to him, and they're surrounding them.
Okay.
And one of the wolves that Horus had an inkling was Magnus.
Wow, surprise.
Yes. And Magnus turns up and he's like, yo, Horus, let's calm it down a bit. Yeah, you don't have to support these guys. I can bring you back to life, or you can die. Like, it would probably be better if you died. You don't want this.
Right.
He's lying to you. That's not Hester Sejanus. That's Erebus.
So it is Erebus.
It is Erebus.
It is Erebus.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise to no one's surprise, it was Erebus.
Surprise when the people who worship the gods of deceit and chaos are deceitful and chaotic.
Yeah. And Magnus is like, look, you're being lied to. And he's like, and Erebus is like, oh, well, the offer still stands, buddy. Like, I showed you, everything I showed you is true. And Magnus is like, no, it's not true. Listen to me. But There's one thing that Magnus has just done that kind of sways Horus to fall into chaos.
Oh no.
And that's using magic.
Right.
He's gone against the Emperor's word and used magic.
Right.
And it's like...
Which isn't this may be the first in chronological order that this happens, but this won't be the only time.
No. Well, immediately after this, Magnus does a thing.
Yes.
Yeah. But this is... And Magnus is like... And Horus just has a massive existential crisis at this point.
Yeah, he's just freaking out. He is not having a good time.
Yeah. Well, Magnus is like... Basically, his mouth is running a mile a minute.
Yeah.
Because he has to get this out quick because... I can't remember the number, but basically, like, psychers, like dozens of psychers are dying every second.
Right.
That Magnus is in the warp conferring with Horus. Because there's a lot of magic keeping Magnus away from Horus right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of magic happening to stop the magic from happening.
Stop the magic from happening, yeah. And Horus is being, and Magnus is just being like, come on, man. You know it's not right.
You gotta snap out of this.
You gotta snap out of it. But Horus is also like, but what you're doing is not right either.
Yeah.
Our father said no to magic, and you're using your magics right now. And Sejanus is like, well, Erebus is like, see? Look, another one of the Emperor's falsehoods of like, blah, 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 blah. And he's just there, and he's basically just like, I have been deceived by two people here.
Right.
I've been deceived by my brother, and I've been deceived by Erebus, a man I thought I could trust, who posed as one of my favorite sons that died.
Yeah.
So
nobody has grounds to stand on.
No. And after a while, it becomes not Erebus and Magnus trying to convince Horus to follow them.
Are they just fighting each other by this point?
They're just bickering with each other. They'd be like, it's untrue. It's like, how can he trust you? You know, you're going back against this. Like, how can he trust you? You're just a chaplain. You're not one of his brothers, blah, 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 blah. And
so they're just going back and forth now, and Horus is just sitting there.
Exactly. And Horus, like a boss, just goes, shut up. That's what he said.
Stop fighting.
He's like, stop fighting. No, he just goes, shut up. And then they're both like... And he's like, I have made my choice.
Okay.
Yes.
In nocte aeterna dormimus.
So, 9 days have passed.
I thought it was supposed to be 8. So an extra day. An extra day has happened.
An extra day because of stuff has happened.
Yeah.
And the Mournival and the Sons of Horus are waiting outside.
Everyone's freaking out.
Tensions are high.
Right.
Because they were instructed not to leave until the doors open. Because the doors are going to open no matter what happens.
Right.
So they're just waiting there. And they are just not having a great time.
Right.
Like...
Dog's not having a great time.
Dog's not having a great time. Loken and Tolgatan are questioning how Aximand and Abaddon could ever do this.
Right.
How they could ever use such... So, Tarak Tolgatan and Loken are, like, on edge right now. And so are Abaddon and Aximand, because if everything fails, everything fails.
Yes.
So, all weapons are loaded. Everyone's on high alert. They've got the raw spec scans on. Yeah. They're like, okay, like, I've got my listening ears on. Everything's like, they're not ready to fight, but they're ready to fight, if you catch my drift.
They're ready to be ready.
They're ready to be ready, exactly. And then...
Everyone's just chugging pregame.
Yeah. Everyone's just down in, like, G Fuel.
Yeah.
And they're just like, ah, G Fuel, ah. Speaking of, our sponsor for today... No. I wish.
Yeah.
All the free G Fuel I could drink. Oh, that'd be great. You wouldn't even have to pay me. Yeah, but anyway. So... The door creaks open.
Okay.
And they are like, this is it. This is where we find out what's happening.
This is it. Either he's up or he's down.
Mm-hmm. So Horus comes out.
He's up.
Hooray! He comes out and just farming aura.
Yeah.
Like he owns the field.
Of course.
He comes out and he lifts up the arm that had been busted. Right. He lifts up the arm and in his arm is a sword. So he's holding his sword high with the arm that was busted. And he's like... And then everyone around is just like, Lupercal! Yeah. Lupercal!
That's our dad!
Our dad! Lupercal! And then Horus is like, I'm back. And he's looking a little bit more energized than he usually is. He's looking, he's a little bit younger, a little bit more life in his eyes than there usually is.
Interesting. That must have been some really good nap.
Yeah, he's full of energy.
Yeah.
They don't know what energies, but he's full of energies.
Right.
So Horus comes out and he's like, all right, like we had some good time on the bench here, guys, but we're in the last half. Let's bring this crusade into compliance. Let's do this. Let's go. We're going to go to Draconis 3:11.
Okay.
Or Draconis 3 or whatever. So no, I'm dumb. I'm reading the notes wrong. So he goes to meet up with Angron.
Okay.
Yes, in the system of Draconis.
Okay.
And they go to a place called the Oratarian Technocracy. There's a bunch of other stuff that happens in between here. Like he, I believe he meets with Fulgrim in this time. And the sword... Yes, he meets with Fulgrim in this time. And the sword that did this to him is given to Fulgrim.
Yes.
Fabius Bile takes it. Fabulous Bile takes it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And...
more notes on that whole
thing in a little
exchange in a next episode soon.
Yeah. And he's having some like things. He's just doing a couple of things.
Yeah. Tying up loose ends. Yes, yeah. Tying up loose ends. Well, this is sidebar, because we'll talk about this at some point in the future. This is roughly around about the time that they find out that the Laetitia Divinitatis is going around. Right.
The one that says, like, the Emperor is a god and stuff like that. So they really start cracking down on that. They really start, like, union busting some shit.
Yeah.
And he starts really cracking down on that.
Yeah.
And he starts cracking down on people that might be a problem for him.
Okay.
Like, I'm not sure if it happens now or if it happens after what happens next, but he has a poet killed.
Okay.
In a very interesting way.
How so?
Okay. I didn't put this in the notes. But
well, we're talking about it anyways.
I didn't put this in the notes because it's a very small footnote. Remember how I was discussing with you off camera that Games Workshop likes to put characters in just so they can die in the same book?
Yes.
Horus gets his own personal Remembrancer.
Okay.
That he gets it before all this stuff happens and all that sort of stuff. He gets his own Remembrancer. And this Remembrancer is tasked with reporting on Horus's life. It's essentially making Horus Luke Call's biography.
Okay.
She's gotten closer than any other mortal man has gotten ever.
To Horus. Okay.
And she's writing about his life and all that sort of stuff. And she has a guard with her that's clad in golden armor.
Right.
That's clad in golden armor, and he's a great warrior.
Okay.
Horus sees that he's a great warrior when they go and they're doing so. And she comes down and she's like watching like a battle unfold and stuff like that. It gets a little bit out of control, and he protects her.
Right.
And Horus is like, "You're a good warrior."
Yeah.
So Horus gets that guy on his side.
Oh,
so Horus comes back and he's like, I'm really sorry. He's doing this. He's a real creep when he's doing this. Not creeping like a way, creeping like a everything's under control because I say it's under control, but I'm about to do some heinous stuff.
Okay.
So Horus is approaching this woman and he's like, I'm really sorry. I have no use for your services anymore. And she's like, oh, but Lord Horus, like, there's so much more story to tell. Like, I need to know what happened to you. And she's like, I don't think you understand. I have no need of your services anymore. And he puts a hand on her shoulder.
Right.
Horus is 12, Horus is like 12 feet tall. He's massive.
Yeah. And this is is she human?
She's a human. So his hand is probably you're probably looking like a good, foot in length, in width.
Like he could wrap his head around her, or his hand around her head like a grapefruit.
Yes. So he has his hand on
melon.
He has his hand on her shoulder and he's talking to her, explaining to her, everything is okay. You do not need to be afraid of me. And as he's doing that, his hand is slowly moving off of her shoulder and around her throat. And he breaks her neck and she's dead.
All right.
And that's it.
Okay.
That is this woman is such a footnote in Horus's history that he doesn't even give her a worthy death. Yeah. He doesn't use a weapon. He doesn't put her on trial. He doesn't even add her to the massacre of Remembrancers that happens after Istvan 3.
Right.
He just snaps her neck and throws her away.
Right.
Now,
See, I thought you were going to say he got the guard to kill her, because that would be messed up.
He gets the guard to go to a guy that is... So remember that thing that I told you where they're crushing crewmen and remembrancers and, just swatting people aside, throwing them across the room and that sort of stuff when Horus is injured.
Yes.
And they're like, we need to get him to the apothecary now.
Yeah.
Do you remember that part? So he's basically writing a note that's basically like, we cannot trust the Astartes when they can do this stuff to us. How are we supposed to trust people who are essentially God among men?
Right.
And this guardsman, who's clad in gold and very strong, he's genetically engineered as well.
Okay.
I forgot to mention that part. And he's had his tongue cut out because he's a servant. He's not supposed to speak.
Okay.
So he goes to this guy, and the guy's like, what do you want? I'm busy.
Right.
And he hands him a letter. The guy opens the letter and it's poetry.
Right.
And he's confused. He's like, why would you give me my own poetry? And the dude reads the poetry, and as he's reading the poetry, he's like, oh no. And then the guard wraps his hands around the guy's throat. He starts strangling him to death. Because what the guard had just given him was how to put this so it's safe for YouTube, is a note to indicate the end of his life written in his own poetry that he didn't write because they took his poetry, analysed it, cut it apart, put it back together again to write the perfect note.
To tell this guy that you're about to die. By your own hands. Yeah.
But I'm actually going to do it to you. So the dude throttles him to death.
Yeah.
To death. And then just leaves him there with the note in his hand. And then just leaves. Like it's nothing.
Dude.
Yeah.
That is metal as language.
Yeah. Oh, you'd say it's metal as fuck. We'll have Gates censor it. It is.
It's insane.
Yeah. It's nuts. Like they and like it's massive amounts of planet. And this is why the books are so good. And it's really, really why I wish we could just make the Horus episode just a synopsis of the first 3 books of the Horus Heresy, because there is so much stuff that happens in them.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think like what else. Like I said, they union bust all of these things. Like they have like secret meetings of religion and stuff like that. And the Astartes bust into the meeting and they literally start cracking skulls. Yeah. They're discharging bolters, grabbing people, throwing them to the ground and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because anybody that practices religion is as good as dead in the Emperor's eyes.
Right.
But not only that, Horus doesn't want people worshipping the Emperor.
Yeah, because that'll mean that his vision comes true.
Exactly. So all of this stuff starts happening behind the back of the Astartes, mind you.
Right.
Behind the back of the Astartes. And then the thing as well is on the bridge of the Vengeful Spirit, he eventually erects some thrones.
Oh.
He erects a throne in the shape of... He makes a throne of bones for himself.
Okay.
Not real bones, but it's like...
It looks like bones.
It looks like bones. He has a throne for Khorne, he has a throne for Slanesh, he has a throne for Nergal, he has a throne for Tzeentch.
Oh.
Each throne...
So he's putting himself with the gods.
No. Each one of those thrones is destined for one of his brothers.
Oh.
Yes.
Because he figured at that point that each god was going to pick one of...
Yeah, well, this wasn't at that point. I believe it happened... It might be at this point, but it happens at some point in the future with the 5 thrones. In the future, he has like these things, and there's a meeting that happens, and it happens before Istvan 3.
Okay.
And the thrones are made at that point.
Okay.
And each one is assigned to his 4 brothers that he is... No, each one is assigned to the 3 brothers that he is brought to his side at that point, because you have to remember that he is destined Magnus to die at this point,
right?
Because he has sent Leman Russ to go and end his life.
Yes.
So he doesn't even know that Magnus is going to be the demon Primarch of Tzeentch.
Right.
He doesn't even know that, but it ends up being a very nice coincidence for him later on.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know. I'm not going to say what I'm going to say.
That's okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this happens, and he has all of these plans in place and everything.
Yeah.
And
things are in motion.
Things are in motion. The moment that he comes out of that temple, he's like, I have plans in motion.
Right.
And then the first one, as we all get back to the
as we get back to the main storyline here.
Yeah, as we get back to the main storyline of what we've been talking about, is meeting with Angron.
Right.
So he meets with Angron, and they're going to bring some people into compliance by the name of the Oretian Technocracy.
Okay.
And they were a peaceful people, and they were massively technologically advanced.
Okay.
We are talking like past the current Imperium of man advance.
Okay.
Only by like a century or two, mind you. And in Warhammer, a century or two is nothing in the grand scheme of things.
They're not as far advanced as like the Eldari were before everything.
Oh
went
no,
to crap.
and the Interrex, probably like a century back from them.
Okay.
We're looking at.
Okay.
And they send a delegation down, and it's Horus and his boys.
Okay.
And they start having this delegation. No, the delegation comes to Horus's ship.
Okay.
And they're having the delegation, and everything's going well. And one of the things that they notice is that the guardsmen are wearing altered Astartes battle plate.
Oh.
To them, it looks altered.
Okay.
They're like, their armor looks extremely similar to ours.
Right.
But it's a little bit different.
It's a little different.
This is weird. Very weird.
So they assume that these guys are copying their armor.
They have STCs.
Yeah, these guys are assuming that that's what it is, but they actually have the original blueprint. Like Horus and his guys are assuming that they copied.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. They're like, somewhere down the line, they must have got wind of Astartes battleplate. Or these guys might have been the original inventors of Astartes battleplate before the Siege of Endor. We have no idea. Oh, you guys have STCs.
Right.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Now,
Cool.
Have we talked about STCs before?
Standard template constructs.
Yes.
I think we have, but we'll mention them again.
Okay.
So an STC is a standard template construct. Essentially what it is it is a blueprint to kickstart a planet.
Yeah. A fundamental
thing.
Fundamental blueprint, basically.
And every STC that they find is actually technically incomplete. I'm not sure if you knew that or not.
I think so.
Because an STC is supposed to be one per planet. Don't hold me to that. I might be wrong. It's been a while since I looked at Mechanicum stuff. Leave me alone. But I believe it's supposed to be one to planet. And these are essentially like, let's kickstart civilization.
Yeah.
Like how to build a correct waterway, how to build like farms, how to build habitats, how to build armies, all that sort of stuff. But over time they get corrupted and they lose information and stuff like that. And it usually ends up being like blueprints to a single thing, or the STC that they find is partial of like a larger STC or something like that. Like I said, don't hold me to it. We'll have an episode on STCs later on.
But anyway, so they've got a whole bunch.
They have two.
They have two. That's a lot.
That's a lot. When I write a large amount in the thing, a large amount means two.
They've got two.
Yeah, they've got two. Or it might be more, and Horus might be hoarding them back at that point. But we don't know. In the Mechanicum book, they get given two.
Okay.
So Horus finds this out, and he's like, "Oh, cool! You have STCs. That's amazing!" And he shoots the delegate in the face
to take the STCs.
to take the STCs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even surprised at this point.
Mm-hmm. And he uses this information. He uses it to bring the Mechanicum on board.
Okay.
Because he promises the Mechanicum two things at this point. He promises them free and unhampered movement to do what they wish, to serve the Omnissiah and to have their Forge Worlds back.
Okay.
And he promises them one more thing, which we'll get into when we do an episode on the Mechanicum.
Okay.
He promises them access to the Vault of Forbidden Technologies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds like it's got a lot of stuff in there, probably.
This is technology that was determined by the Emperor of Mankind to be too dangerous for the Imperium.
Oh, so of course these guys would want to get their hands on them.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone would.
Yeah. They do some really messed up stuff, too. The Mechanicum.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is the thing as well that I'm gonna...
quick sidebar.
A quick sidebar about the Mechanicum. The Mechanicum that fights for the Imperium during the Horus Heresy is technically the rebels. Because the Mechanicum on a whole decide to serve Horus.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the thing is the Mechanicum that fight with the Imperium, that fight with like mankind,
are technically the rebels of their own people.
Are technically the rebels of their own people, because they are such a small subset that are like, dude, you just killed like 1 million of our people just, because they wouldn't support you. This is messed up.
Yeah.
So they're like, we're going to fight for the Imperium.
Right.
So that's the thing about the Mechanicum. Is
interesting.
Like, the Mechanicum are so on board by the bribing of STCs and, being given...
creative freedom.
Dude, Horus uses STCs as collateral and then promises them stuff that is much more valuable once he becomes into a thing.
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, he gave us STCs.
So we're already on board.
And he's given us the vault of forbidden technologies. So like, we might as well follow the guy. I'm sure this won't go bad at all.
Yeah, this will have no future consequences.
No negative consequences in like whatsoever. And Horus is just like, he's happy. He's just, finally, my thing's in full swing at this point.
Yeah.
And this is genuinely, and I know that I've been like, I said it with the Lorgar episode and I said it in the last episode, this is the beginning. We are now in the beginning of the Horus Heresy.
Right.
The Horus Heresy, as of this point, him shooting this delegate in the face, bribing the Mechanicum, and convincing Angron to fight against the Emperor.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of the Horus Heresy.
He's fully in his renegade teen era.
He is starting to listen to MCR and he is like, oh, screw you, Dad.
Yeah.
And it ultimately results in him killing 2 of his brothers and, killing his dad. So
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's great.
Naturally.
Yeah. But yeah, so, and that is where we're going to leave the episode.
Okay.
It's a little bit shorter than the last one we did.
That's all right.
Yeah.
We still got through, and I mean, even with all the sidebars, that was,
Yeah.
There was a lot to talk about.
Yeah. That's the thing is like the second half of his story, as I was fumbling over my words the entire episode trying to put it correctly.
Yeah.
It's very confusing until you get to the end of it and it's like, oh, that makes sense.
Then everything falls together.
Everything falls together and everything falls into place and all that sort of stuff. It's like, like, that's fair. That's it.
Yeah, that is then the end of the episode today. Yeah. So thank you.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
All done. No more.
But no. Yeah, once again, thank you guys for listening. We're very happy that you guys are. We love doing this. It's fun.
Yes.
It's nice and fun. Like I've said before, we're just 2 guys talking about Warhammer. Because we don't get to in our normal lives because nobody we know likes Warhammer.
Yes.
Except Gage, who loves the Death Guard.
And he gets to listen to us talk about this all the time.
So we're forcing him to like Warhammer.
Yes.
I'm sure he's going to put something up on the screen that's like help me or like something in there.
SOS.
Oh, he's been running wild with the edits. I haven't even been watching the YouTube videos ever since the Corvus Corax one. You put in, because we made one joke about Corvus Corax being John Cena and he edits John Cena to be Corvus Corax.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
But I'm just letting him run wild because he's having fun and it also makes it fun for us too.
Exactly. But yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Please suggest it to your friends. Yes,
that's what I was going to say. If you want to indoctrinate your friends, your family, your enemies.
Yes.
Anyone, really.
Anyone. Yeah. We really appreciate the growth. We do want to eventually be able to do more stuff.
Yes.
That we want to do for you. Like there's so much news that comes out monthly. We'd love to talk about all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We'd love to talk about like what we do, like how we, like our views on Warhammer and stuff like that.
And like our personal armies and collections and painting and
like we want to like there's, and like even still there's like some stuff that we can't put into like a full podcast length episode, like talking about most weapons and stuff like that will be all of like 5 minutes or 10 minutes and stuff like that. We'd love to make more episodes on that, but we really can't do that without you guys saying you want it. So like if you want more, tell us you want more, but also share it around. Let people know we exist.
Exactly.
And that's all we really can say. If you're listening on the Spotify, please follow, download, all that sort of stuff. If you're listening on the YouTube, thank you again for watching. Excuse me. Like the video, comment, tell us what you like. Tell me that I'm wrong on the stuff that I'm saying.
Subscribe for more.
I forgot that part. Subscribe for more. Put the notification bell on so you know when we're doing it, even though it's the same time every week.
Always Tuesdays.
At 12 p.m. our time.
Yes.
Mountain time.
Mountain time. Detroit time.
Yeah.
That time.
This and that time. And then if you're on the Instagram, how?
Thank you for being there, though.
Yeah. Oh, and the website's up and running.
Oh, fantastic.
I got the website up and running. www.remembranceslibrary.com. Go there. There's not much there because I haven't set up a Patreon or a Ko-Fi we lost the Facebook page.
We had a Facebook page?
We did for all of an hour.
Oh boy! All right.
No, they thought we were. They thought we were AI. because Gage was getting very trigger happy on posting.
I see.
Yeah.
Then shut that down.
And they shut that down.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes.
Check out all of the things that do still exist.
Check out all of the things. Yeah. Once we get everything set up and we're starting to move through sort of stuff, as much as people don't like to hear us begging for money, we will be setting up a Patreon, but that's more for the fact of we want to have interaction with you guys. We're gonna do the website is going to be set up for a model showcase, so we can show off our models, but at some point in the future we'll be able to show your guys' models too if you want to send them through.
Yep.
We might do Patreon exclusive episodes and stuff like that. All those sorts of things. These are all things that are going to be happening at some point in the future, but we are planning on doing that, and we are planning on doing and making more content for you guys because we want to. The fact that we're seeing growth and the fact that we're actually seeing people watch our episodes is really cool. And we love for more people to see that and for more people to listen to the stuff that we're listening to. It's really cool.
All of you guys that are here right now, you know us before we were cool.
Yeah, you knew us before we were cool. It's like that Gindleswag guy who has disappeared, and I miss him. Please come back, Gindleswag. But no, it's like that Gindleswag guy who was there for like every single episode, commenting on every single episode.
Yeah.
Like we called him out. We did. In the Corvus episode, we called him out. We said, hey, this guy really rocks. If you guys want that to be you,
let us know that you rock.
Let us know that you rock. Leave a comment. Let us know, like all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But but
we digress.
we must leave you now, and we will see you next week.
Yes, we will be back. Fear not.
Fear not.
We have more to talk about.
There's so much more to talk about. But yes, thank you all guys all for listening. Like I said, you're on YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment, share. If you're on Spotify, download, follow, share. If you're on Instagram, share.
Drop us some likes.
Drop us some likes. And yeah.
And we will see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.